Hi, this is Dan, and I'm about to inject myself with Humira. So I thought, hey, why not make a video? Because it's my quest to document my entire life on YouTube. So I figured I would make a video of me shooting myself up with Humira. Actually, I've been using Humira for like a year and a half-ish. I was diagnosed with Crohn's like 2 years ago, give or take, and the doctor's like, yo, you need to use all these biologic medications, which I wasn't too happy about, because like you've probably seen these commercials on TV for Humira, right? And like half the commercial is like telling you all the horrible things that can happen to you if you use it. So when I first saw this commercial for Humira, long before I was diagnosed with Crohn's, I thought, who in their right mind is going to take this stuff, Oh, you can get lymphoma, and it can cause all kinds of infections and fungal infections, all this stuff, But it's helped me, actually, so I thought I'll make a video because when I first started using Humira, I was kind of apprehensive. So I watched some YouTube videos on how to use it. And so I thought maybe I can show it and you can not be so apprehensive, Because it's a needle, Let me show you. So it comes in this package with this like a big pen, right? Now the company that makes this, AbbVie, they charge, I mean, I don't pay for this because I have insurance, right? But they charge the insurance like over $2,000 for this pen, right? So this pen is like worth more than my car because my car is not worth very much money. So this Humira pen is like worth more than my car. So anyways, what you do is you open it up, and it's a pen, right? And then it's got numbers on it. Now the thing is, this AbbVie company, they pay for a nurse to come and show you how to use it. So this nurse came to my house, right? I had to like clean up because it's normally like a mess, right? This nurse came and she showed me how to use it. Now she taught me to inject it in my legs, but that kind of hurt, like after it kind of hurt. So I've been doing it in my stomach, and it doesn't seem to really bother me. So I prefer doing it in my stomach. Now I have to admit that needles don't really bother me. I get allergy injections. In fact, I got some this morning. I get like 3 shots for allergies every other week. And I used to donate blood. I can't now because they don't let you donate blood because you're on Humira, right? So I used to donate blood, and I used to do a double red because I'm O positive, and they have to like stick the needle in you for like an hour. You know what a double red is? Anyways, you can Google that later. So needles don't bother me, okay? So I have to, give that caveat. If I was to describe how this feels, it kind of feels like you're being stung by a bee. Now, granted, being stung by a bee is not like the funnest thing to have happen, but you hold it down and you hold it for 10 seconds to let the stuff go inside of you, and then you take it off. And then after that, it doesn't really hurt. At least it doesn't hurt to me. So it's kind of like being stung by a bee for 10 seconds. Okay, it's not fun, but it's not horrible, okay? So let me show you what you do. You take off the caps. You take off number 1 cap, and this is like where the needle part is, right? And then you take off the number 2 cap. My cat's watching me do this. Can you see him? See him there? My cat? He's watching. I dropped the cap, so he's looking at it. And here's the number 2 cap. This is like the plunger part. Okay? And then you're supposed to check the liquid to make sure it doesn't look funky, like there's not chunky things floating in it. You can see the liquid, and it looks fine to me. There's like a bubble in it. You can see the bubble go up and down. You're supposed to look to make sure there's not stuff floating in there, okay? Then they give you these alcohol rubs. You rub where you're going to inject so you don't get all infected and stuff. So I'm going to take this off, all right? I'm going to do it in my stomach. Okay. So you pick like a side. I know I have a hairy, ugly stomach. You pick a side, right? And it's supposed to be, they show you a little chart, so it's nothing confusing. And it's supposed to be like 1.5 inches to 2 inches from your belly button. So I just kind of alternate, although I forget which one I did before. So you swab the area you're going to inject, right? So you swab it. Okay, swab it. Oh, and then my other cat. I got two cats watching me do this. Okay, so you swab it. Then you take the part that's got the needle and you hold it down, push it into the stomach. Okay? And then you push the injector. So then it like stings for like 10, you count to 10, and you can see the injector go down, the liquid go inside, then you take it off. So I'm going to do it now, right? 10 seconds, so. Then you pull it off. Once in a while it bleeds. Not horribly. It's not, kind of bleeding a little bit, nothing too bad. And then when you're done, you swab it off again. And then you have to like, so that's it. I mean, it wasn't horrible. It doesn't, it's not fun, but I've seen videos, I've seen people say it's like the worst experience they've ever had. It's horrible and shocking. It doesn't bother me that much, but I guess if the needle will bother you, it might bother you, okay? And then you kind of recap it. It's a little bit, it stings a little bit, Oh crap, now it's bleeding. All right, so it does bleed a little bit. I should have been more careful. Nothing horrible, just a little blood. Okay. You can put a Band-Aid on it if you're afraid of getting blood. I got blood in my shorts. I'm going to have to clean them now. So anyways, you recap it. I dropped one of the caps. Okay. So you recap it. And then they give you a sharps container. You don't like throw this in the trash. It doesn't go in the dumpster. Because, people don't want to get injected and stuff. So they give you these sharps containers. And then you put them in the sharps container. And then when you're done, I guess you can drop them off at like a hospital. I got like 3 or 4 sharps containers full of needles because I'm too lazy to take them. But I think tomorrow, if I remember, I'm going to take them to a hospital. You're supposed to be able to walk into like the reception area and say, hey, I got these sharps containers. Can you take them for me? So I'm going to try to do that. So that's it. You do this every other week. Now it's kind of a pain in the butt because they have to mail you this stuff. And they mail it to you in this, it has to be, it's temperature sensitive, right? You can't get too hot or too cold. So they mail it to you in like this thermos. And then they put these ice packs in there so that during the summer it doesn't like cook up and get too hot. And then it has this little piece of paper with a color coding thing, and you can tell if it spoiled, if it got too hot or if it got too cold. I've never had that happen. The only pain in the butt thing is they leave it outside your door, and then, you have to kind of get to it, within a few hours so it doesn't get too hot or get too cold, and you take it inside. So anyways, that's me injecting myself with Humira. It's nothing horrible. Kind of feels like a bee sting. So if you're about to start using these, good luck. Have fun. It's not too much fun, but the Humira does help me. Prior to taking the Humira, I lost a lot of weight and I wasn't able to work full time, and now I'm able to go back to work. And as you can see, when you saw my stomach, I've gained weight, like too much, and I'm back to work. So it does help. It's not like a miracle. I'm not like, back to where I was before the Crohn's, but it has helped me. That's why I'm continuing to use it. So good luck.